I'm back in the Pudsey area of Leeds and I'm here to try out the finest fish and chip restaurant in Pudsey in Yorkshire. It's called the Wetherby Whaler. It's a pretty bold statement, but that's what it says on their website. So let's get some of their fish and chips and see what it's like. Right, so I'm now back with the fish and chips, but I got a few extras too. So let me tell you exactly what I got. I got regular fish and chips at £7.20, which I think is a great price. I got a battered sausage, a regular one, for £1.15. I got a fish cake, which is £2.80. So I'm not going to tell you exactly what's in there, but when I read it on the menu, it sounds delicious. So I'll leave that for a surprise a bit later on. I got some mushy peas at £1.15, some curry sauce at £1.15 as well, and I got their homemade tartar sauce for 70p, and I got a bottle of water for 90p. And all that came to £15 and 5p. Let's get tasting. So you do get plastic forks with your meal, but I've brought my own knife and fork because these are a little bit flimsy. I'm going to start off with the battered sausage. So it's not the biggest one, but I only went for the regular size. You can get a jumbo one as well. But I can already tell the batter here looks really, really crispy. So let's go in for a bite of it. So that was delicious. The batter, I think you could hear it, it was so crunchy, and you can taste the flavour in there as well. The sausage is a little bit meaty and salty as well. I think this type of sausage is the same as you would get for a breakfast. Now let's dip this in some curry sauce. It's a pretty nice smelling curry sauce, and it looks not too thick and not too runny either. So let's go in for a taste of it. Really nice curry flavour. There's not much of a kick, but a really good curry flavour to it. Let's dip in the battered sausage. That's really, really nice. I wish I would have got the jumbo sausage instead of just the regular. So next up, let's move on to the fish cake. Now let me tell you exactly what this is, because when I read it on the menu, it sounded so good. So basically it's 2 potato scallops, so one on the top, one on the bottom, and then in the middle you've got chunks of haddock, and that's all battered and deep fried in the fish batter. It sounds amazing. And this thing is massive too. Check out the size of this. Let's go for a bite of it. I think that's the best fish cake I've ever had. Let me cut you off a piece and I can show you what it looks like on the middle. Right, so there it is. You've got the crispy batter on the outside. You've got 2 potato scallops, one on top of the other, and then in the middle you've got the haddock. I mean, this is basically a fish and chip sandwich, all with the batter, fish and chips crammed in together. I've got to dip this in the curry sauce. I just have to do it. I did get some mushy peas, so I think I need to try it with this. But let's see how this tastes on its own first. So it's a pretty thick looking mushy peas, and it's not too colourful either, because I think sometimes with mushy peas they add a lot of colourings in it and it's really bright green, but I think this might be all natural. Here it goes. So there's a nice strong flavour to the peas, and they're quite whole in this, so you've got sort of whole peas in this mushy peas. Now let's dip in the fish cake. That actually works really, really well together. I do still have the homemade tartar sauce to try, but I think I'm going to save it for the fish and chips. Let's open it up and see how it looks. So you've got a nice looking fish and chips here. You've got a good size piece of fish, maybe a little bit on the small side, but the chips look good too, and the batter on the fish looks really crispy and crunchy. Let's go in for a taste of one of the chips first. Really nice chips. I do really like the chips here. They've got great flavour. The inside is nice and soft and potatoey and fluffy. It's just a great chip. Now let's try it with some of the sauces. The curry sauce first. Delicious. The potato flavour there really mixes in well with the curry sauce. The curry sauce is not the spiciest one, it's quite a mild tasting one, so I think it might go well with the fish. But let's try the chips with the mushy peas. Here it goes. Got a really big bit there. I do quite like the mushy peas from here. I think it's now time to try the fish. And the batter looks really crispy here, and I do like the colour of the batter of the fish as well. And they fried it fresh to order for me as well. Let's go for a taste of this. You can definitely taste the flavour of the haddock in there. The batter is really crispy, and they do fry it in beef dripping, and I think you can tell the difference when it is and when it's not. I have to try this out in the mushy peas. Here it goes. It just goes together so well. And now the curry sauce. Because there's not much of a kick here with the curry sauce, it goes pretty well with the fish and doesn't overpower it too much. And finally, let's try it with this homemade tartar sauce. Now this looks really nice too. I can't wait to dip the fish in this and try it out. Here it goes. It's a really creamy and buttery tartar sauce here. A slight bit of a tang, but you can immediately taste how creamy and rich this is. I do still have some of that fish cake left, so let's try it with the tartar sauce. Okay, so what are my thoughts here on fish and chips at the Wetherby Whaler in Pudsey? Well, I think they're pretty good and it's well worth the visit. Let's start off with the battered sausage. Really crispy and crunchy on the outside. The batter was lovely. Get a nice sausage in the middle as well. And the good thing here is that you can select different sizes for different items. So with a sausage you can get a small one or a large one. The same with potato scallops or the fish and chips. Because at some places you can't do that. They only offer one size of the foods. So I think it's pretty good here that they offer the different sizes. So if you're not that hungry, you can get the smaller one. If you are a little bit more hungry, you can get the bigger size. The fish cake was really good too. I've never had one of those before. I've only ever had the potato scallops. But to have the fish cake where you had the haddock in the middle of two potato scallops and the whole thing was battered, I think that was delicious. And I think it might be a good alternative to actual fish and chips too, because you are getting but the potato, you're getting the fish as well, and you're getting the batter all together. So maybe if you're not that hungry, you're on a bit of a budget, get the fish cake instead. The fish and chips was really good. The batter on the fish was lovely, and you can definitely tell that it's fried in beef dripping because you get that depth of flavour in the batter. You got great flavour from the fish, you can taste the haddock for sure, and I really like the chips here. They were really good chips, and they both worked really well with the sauces, the mushy peas, the curry sauce, the tartar sauce as well. The tartar sauce, I do have to say, was a little bit too creamy and rich for me. I do normally like it a little bit more tart and tangy, but this one was really creamy. But I think that's down to personal preference, so if you do like a more creamy tartar sauce, this is the one to go for you. So the Wetherby Whaler in Pudsey have got great fish and chips. If you're in the area, give them a visit, try them out, and let me know what you think. If you like the video, click on the thumbs up icon below, click on subscribe as well to come along for the next journey, and I'll see you in the next video.